Who am I? Well, let me start by saying who I'm not, and let me express that by telling a story about an old roommate of mine. I had this roommate who wakes up at about the same time as me, so when I came out of my room, he was already awake, and he was standing in the kitchen, standing right next to the kitchen sink, with a beer mug in his hand, and he was peeing into it. And when he got done, he took the beer mug and he threw it into the sink on top of all the dirty dishes, and he did this when he thought nobody was looking. So this kind of goes and expresses the idea of integrity, and I don't want to be that guy. I would never want to be that guy that somebody wakes up to and sees me doing that. Um, another thing that I am not is, have you ever held the door for somebody and they walk through it, or they go through and they don't even look at you, they don't say thank you or acknowledge you at all, acknowledge that you held the door for them at all? Well, I don't want to be that guy either. So those are two things that I'm not. So who am I then? Well, I'm these. I'm summarized in a set of core values. Integrity, responsibility, respect, community, honesty, hardworking are just some of them. There's plenty more that you can go through. But these are the ones that I want to talk about right now. Responsibility. Well, I'm just like another normal human being. I like to have fun. I like to goof off. I like to enjoy an afternoon off, maybe drink a beer, do something. But when it comes time for business, I'm there. I'm always on time. I'm always reliable, and that's a very important thing for me. That's what I would expect of somebody else, so that's what somebody can expect of me. Another core value is community. For the past 2 years, I volunteered my time to help others. I enjoy knowing that I make a difference and belong to something bigger than myself. Another huge one is honesty. Honestly, it's too hard to lie. You have to remember details and stories and keep all your facts straight. Plus, if I ever tell a lie, I always hesitate and then have this uncomfortable laugh afterwards, and everyone can tell I'm lying, so I'm really terrible at it anyway. So eventually the truth comes out no matter what. And, it just feels better to be upfront. I mean, it makes life a lot easier. Next one's hardworking. Currently, I don't have a car. I don't have any money for a bus. I don't have a bike. I don't know a lot of people for rides. So every day for class, I walk 2 hours, just one way, for a total of 4 hours a day walking to get to school, because I'm determined to graduate. I mean, the way that I see it is, something isn't worth doing if you don't invest hard work and sweat into it. Otherwise, it doesn't show that you actually tried for it. Now that I've described my core values and a basic summary of like who I am and what I believe in, I want to talk about my field of passion. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you understand what it is that I do. Mobile development is the process of designing and programming applications for smart mobile devices, so your iPhones, your iPads, your Android phones, and tablets. All the apps on your phones were created by mobile developers. So the Facebook app that you use to update your status or send somebody a message, that was created by a mobile developer. Your Twitter app, Tinder, if you use that, all those things were created by mobile developers. My passion is that I like to see my creations come to life. I like to sit there and play with them and test them out and see what happens with them, and then it's just a good feeling, and it's a great sense of pride that you can't get from anywhere else, seeing something you created come to life and work properly. I taught myself how to program, make apps. I'm always yearning to learn more, and this is just what makes me me. I love to do this. This is what I do in my spare time. Well, how am I unique? Um, Basically, I want to finish this off by talking about how I'm unique. Um, well, I enjoy what I do. I love learning about it. Nothing needs to motivate me except for myself. Also, mobile development is a relatively new field. not a lot of people have degrees specific to mobile development. There's only a few universities in the entire country that offer mobile development, and Full Sail happens to be one of them. Also, I have a unique set of core values that a lot of people claim to have but don't truly show. I devote myself to being a better person and to being the person that I claim to be. I like to be real. I don't like fakeness, and I don't like dishonesty. So I like to be who I claim to be. And lastly, I have a diverse set of skills when it comes to mobile development or any technology field. I know a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've been doing this for 7 years, more so lately than when I first started, but I can program in many languages, some of them listed there. I can also develop games. I've made a game myself for mobile devices. Unfortunately, I had a computer crash and it's gone, but I can develop websites. I created my own website. I created a website for the first project that we had to do for class. I can do 3D animations. I'm not the best at them, but I can do 3D animations. I understand the logic behind them. I can do software development, so anything for Mac computers, for Windows computers. I can develop that. So Linux computers as well. I am working on an artificial intelligence program, so that's another field that I have some expertise in. And I can do basic graphic design. Again, not something I'm the best at because I can't draw. I'm not too creative and artistic, but I understand the logic and how to start it out and do basic graphic design. And there's a lot of other things that I can do, like running servers and things of that nature. But the list kind of goes on, and there's a lot of skills that I have. And, well, thank you for taking your time to listen to my presentation, listen to what I have to say.